rejoice. Christmas, but I'll be missing you right next to me. Everywhere I go, it's Christmas. Christmas, wonder and delight. The season to rejoice. sending your letters off to Santa. Christmas is coming, yeah. Better be nice if you want your present. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Christmas is coming, yeah. Staying up late looking out the window. Yeah. Christmas is coming, yeah. Spotting some sleigh rides and some jingle bells. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Well, Merry Post-Christmas, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the Crazy Crafter Livestream. My name is Colin Bressie. I am joined today by fellow co-host Zane Morgan from Zane Morgan Crafts. And Zane,
Hello.
it's a Zane and Colin show today.
We haven't had one of those in a while.
We haven't had one of those in a while. It's gonna be us hanging out today. Let me turn some of that music down. Goodness gracious. We hope you all are doing well out there in the interwebs, wherever you may be tuning in from. Let's see who we've got with us here today. Let's pop on over to the chat and see who we've got hanging out. We've got Cross from Campaign Terrain. Good morning, Cross. Hope you are well. Carl from Carl Makes Stuff. Stefano from Chimera Wargaming, and then who else we got out there? We got Sonder from 1D6 Crafting, Lisa the Dungeon Major. Welcome to the stream, Patreon member extraordinaire of the Crazy Crafter. Thank you for your patronage as always and forever, Lisa. We've got Robert Evans in the house. Superfly checking in. What's up? We see you checking in. Good to see you. We've got this crazy person named Zane Morgan out there hanging out in the chat, moderating everything. And we got Martin. Welcome, Martin. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you're new to the Crazy Crafter...
Tina Martins is here.
Tina
too.
Martins is here too? How do I miss Tina? Hashtag love that Tina. Tina, and everyone out there in the foam family, we hope you are doing well. We hope you've had a fantastic and amazing, lovely Christmas and holiday celebration, hanging out with your family, wherever that may have been. How was your Christmas, my friend?
Very, very, very low key, and I wouldn't even consider it Christmas, but it was nice.
There's nothing wrong with low key, and it being Christmas. What did you guys do?
We cooked and cleaned most of the day, and then we had one of Frankie's coworkers over.
Nice. And
just played 5-minute dungeon, which is one of our staples whenever we have people over.
5-minute dungeon, is that like where you switch like the cards and like the different things you have to like? I think
so you select your class like D&D. You have Ranger, Wizard, Barbarian, that kind of thing.
Yep.
You have your color-coded deck of cards, so those are your abilities. You have a special ability in the middle, and then you have your boss and dungeon cards. And you go through each one, and you have to match the symbols on there with the cards that you have.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I have played that. We played that when we went camping, actually, back in the May. May is when I think my buddy Aaron brought that, and a bunch of us played that. 5-minute dungeon is super fun. It's
fun. It's fast and makes you want to pull your hair out sometimes.
Yes, it definitely can do that. Lil Gwyn's in the house out there too. We see you.
Hey, Lil Gwyn.
Welcome to the stream, Lil Gwyn. Yeah, ours was chill too. We had a chill Christmas here. We relaxed, opened presents, and then hung out, ate food, and just relaxed all day. It was pretty fun. That was it was low key and quite lovely. I'm definitely enjoying the you know, well, it's nice to have big gatherings too, but I kind of also just liked the intimacy of just having the family there, and nothing like, we don't have to like entertain. You know, like that was I'll take that. I'll take the relaxation.
You're saying you're kind of quiet.
I'm kind of Sonder. I'm kind of quiet. Well, that's probably because it's too far away. What if I brought it up here?
How's that, everybody?
How's that? It's probably too loud now. You guys are like, shut up, Colin. You're too close now.
He's in my head.
He's in my head. Oh my gosh. Let's see how that goes. I bet you that should fix it right there. I was pretty far. I'm kind of scooched far back. I'm playing around with different stuff today. I tinkered around with some video settings on the camera to see how that looks. That's looking pretty good. I'm checking it out here on the stream health right now. It's a little fuzzy. I got to get I'm on like complete manual settings for the DSLR today, but I tried to switch it to a little bit more cinematic mode, and I am realizing that when I made those adjustments, Zane and everyone in the nighttime, and I'm facing a giant window on the side over here that adds more light. So every little thing makes these adjustments. So I have to have like two settings. I've got the nighttime one figured out. This one looks a little too washed out maybe, but I don't know. I think it still looks all right. It's a never-ending process is what it is. If anyone wants to pop on and say hi today on the live stream, you're more than welcome to do so. We can post a link and we'll do a video call. I just have to go in here and make sure my video settings are hide non-video participants. Yeah, you'll have to keep your video muted so we don't, you know, pop the pictures everywhere over on the stream here. But if you want to call in, you want to say hi, and you want to participate in the conversation that Zane and I are going to be having today, we're going to be talking about a little bit about some of our favorite builds this year, both on our channels, and then also a little bit of the wishes and hopes and dreams for both our channels and the road ahead, as it were. So if you have some of your favorite builds from this year from Zane's channel or my channel, you're more than welcome to chime in. And if you have any wishes, so this whole thing, the stars and wishes thing, is like kind of the stars of like Richard Quiner, whenever he finishes a D&D session with us, he'll have a stars and wishes session with us, and he'll talk about some of the stars, like what are some of your favorite moments from the session tonight, and then wishes, like what do you wish moving forward, like what would you like to see more of in the gameplay. So we're kind of doing the stars and wishes thing with not D&D. Zane and I are not playing D. Roll for initiative, Zane. Surprise. With our channel.
Not
so,
one.
Not one. So yeah, that's what we'll do there. Let me put it in the chat here. I can send the invite in here, copying the link invite, and we'll post it up there. So if you want to pop in, you want to say hi, you want to chat with us, all you got to do is click that link, and it'll pop it up in there. Join us and say hello if you want. It's a blue Christmas. Let's see.
They're saying your video's tinted blue.
My video's tinted blue. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little blue today. That's okay. My other camera isn't working. Like, it's crazy. It's just one of those days where it's gonna be a little extreme. Here, I can mess with it in the stream. Here we go. Let me do this. I'm not opposed to it.
I real time changed the lights in the background of mine. So
yeah. Here, I'll switch this. I'll slide this over so you guys can see this. This is terrible. It's like picture. I haven't adjusted anything. This is me playing around with the stream today. Let's. Oh God, did I kill my microphone there? I killed my microphone. This is good. This is good. This is a good way to end the stream for 2021. Well, now I can't see myself, so I gotta cut this off, and I gotta slide back. So let's cut back to this. Let's see what this does.
Oh Lord.
Can I adjust it during? Oh.
Here, while you're doing that, I'll say what I'm working on today.
What are you working on? Show us what you're working on.
Yep. So if you guys follow my Patreon or my last video, I posted what my Patreon releases were for December, and that was a rowboat that I had designed
super cool
in Blender. And I'm not taking credit for the design of this because this is a rip of something that I saw on the internet, and someone also pointed out that it looks very similar to the what is it? The Bones collection. They had released a rowboat, and it looks similar to this, but it's definitely more detailed. And then I created a raft, which I'm pretty fond of.
I like that raft a lot. I like both of those, actually.
Thank you.
Which,
and then some.
Just low humble. I will have access to because I'm a Zane Morgan Crafts Patreon member, and you should be as well.
The December release.
The December release, baby. I'm excited.
And then someone said that this reminded them of a Venetian gondola boat kind of thing.
Bit.
So I then went in and designed a Venetian gondola boat.
You're like, actually, now I'm going to design that as well.
Yeah. So the back, oh, it's not going to focus. But there's a little hole in the back of this for the row to go through. So that you have your little person.
So you can actually put the stick to row and control the boat in there. Have you made something for it?
Yeah, I mean, if not, you could just use like a skewer or something.
Dude. Oh, that looks great, Zane.
It is shallow, but that's on purpose.
That's on purpose. That's the way
more shallow boats, but this also will be water level, and this is what you see. So,
dude.
This is what I'm going to be working on.
Is that for this month? That's not this month. That's going to be for a following month.
No, I'll probably release it this week.
Dude.
So that's the nice thing about my Patreon, not selling it, but selling it. Whenever I make stuff, I try and release it on Patreon.
It's okay to sell that stuff. We like you selling that stuff. That's a really cool STL you're designing for the Patreons, man. I can't wait to get my hands on. I got it. If you can see it, if I move my head here, if you see it right there, my vat needs the FEP needs replacing, so it's chilling on my printer there. I gotta get that going this week. There's a lot of to-do list around the Casa de Bresi over the next few weeks. That's what I'm going to be working on, like little things. And the FEP is lower on the list. I'm talking like actual home repair that I have to maintain and square away. I love your STL, Zane. I think those are super cool. And as soon as my FEP is replaced, I'm gonna be printing some stuff. That's
looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be fun to print that. Like that's a neat thing to populate. Like, you can build some modular docks, and then you're like, well, I want boats and stuff to populate it. I can think of a particular encounter as a one shot that was ran by one of our regular group members. He ran a one shot, and it took place all on the docks with boats, and I didn't have boats, and that would have been a super awesome thing to have. Where was that about 8 months ago, Zane?
Not in my wheelhouse.
yeah. That's pretty amazing. So let's talk about that a little bit. That's one of my things that I'd love to chat a little bit more about is what. So in you've had the channel. We're still not quite a year yet. February?
No.
Is February a year?
February 22nd is my year on YouTube.
So can you walk us through, Zane, in that time frame? You've been designing and working consistently in Blender, and talk to us a little bit about the evolution of where you started in Blender and kind of where you're at now, and what are you hoping to burst forth with in 2022 as far as like your skill set in Blender. What are you hoping to do?
So I want to rule the world with Blender.
Excellent. These are good.
No,
goals.
but
these are
but
good
so I mean, I've always started with more architectural stuff, obviously, because it's easier. Honestly, like that's why I gravitate towards that stuff, because man-made stuff is a lot of straight lines, and it's easy. And that's a great way to start in anything. Is find the easy route, and that's where I went.
Right.
And I've always avoided doing organic shapes because, number one, that's really hard on your computer, because the more fluid shapes, the more information it is for the computer to handle. And I mean, I'm kind of cheap, so my computers aren't always the most expensive. They're Macs, but they're like lower tier. So I never really ventured into that, and I didn't want to teach myself taking a little clay ball and forming it into a face and that kind of stuff. I kind of dabbled a couple months ago, and it just, I'm also the kind of person where if I'm not great at it right away, I move on. I don't like to invest time, but I came back to it and I created this guy. So,
dude,
is it perfect?
Hashtag tentacles.
No, but this was for Lisa. She loves her tentacles, and I got on a Cthulhu kick thanks to Carl. And I was listening to a lot of winter solstice Cthulhu music, and Shoggoth on the Roof is one of them. The main song is Tentacles. And I was looking up Cthulhu images, and there's this one of this starfish looking tentacle thing, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna make that. And it's not quite like the image, but I made it my own.
It's on the Discord. If you guys head on over to the Crazy Crafter Discord, you'll be able to find some recent pictures that Zane threw up there in the share your work section. There's that show it off in more detail. Get another look at it, but it looks great. That's like you diving into the realm of organics within your designs has been, I don't know, it's just nothing short of amazing. Like within a year, less than a year of where you've started and what you're creating now. Like I can't wait to see where we are in a year from now and what you're creating at that stage, Zane. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Hopefully there's improvement.
That's just what you've done. That it's just little bits of improvement here and there. Hey, we see you, Wendy. Welcome to the stream, popping in to say hello. Thanks for joining the stream, Wendy.
And Mrs. Best Friend.
Yeah, Mrs. Best Friend. Martin is excited that you were diving into more like figures and miniatures and wanting to see more organics there. So Martin's excited to see that.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Lisa, Carl, everyone's saying tentacles.
Tentacles.
Robert's saying that the little Cthulhu inspired tentacle monster there is looking really good, and it is. I think that's kind of it's such a great Zane and his channel, and especially with this skill set of the Blender design, is a really important lesson to take away. I think from all of us within the hobby is like, it's all right. Like I'm seeing a lot of folks that are joining the Tabletop Crafters Guild within the last few weeks that have gotten like all their, like I'm seeing pictures. Tis the season where everyone's posting their pictures of like their proxons and their like first builds and all these things that are getting them into the hobby, which is super cool. And I think the thing to keep remembering is like grow out of your comfort zone a little bit, right? Do things that you're gonna fail for a while, like when you're trying something new. But the important part is to try it and to learn from each of those mistakes, because that's how you're gonna grow and improve your skill set within the hobby. And that's with anything, not just crafting. So I am super impressed and very, very proud, Zane, of all the work that you put into not only Blender, but dude, there's all everything that goes along with running and maintaining a channel, right? Maintaining all the stuff to promote it within that. You and Frankie have your own store now, and you've got another brand that you guys have set up. Tell us more about that. We haven't talked about that on the stream. What's going on with that?
So yeah, my husband Frankie and I dove, whatever you want to say, into t-shirt design, t-shirt making. I mean, a lot of you own my shirts, which thank you for that. But that was through a third-party seller on Teespring, and so we decided to invest in the Cricut machine and Cricut mug press, all those fancy gizmos, gadgets. And right now it's his baby, but I'm trying to help him with it, with ideas and designing. But we're going into just making funny t-shirts, like novelty t-shirts. And we changed my Etsy from Zane Morgan Crafts into Love Crafts Happiness,
Nice.
which is the phrase that I have on the back of my t-shirts. And I was like, well, that would make a cool brand name because it can be taken multiple ways.
Yep.
It's love makes happiness, loving crafts makes happiness, all those different things. So I thought it was a nice positive name. And yeah, so if you want to check that out, go to etsy.com/lovecraftshappiness.
Yep.
So
we'll have to find a link, and Zane, you have to get a link and put it up there in the chat for everyone to check out. Yeah. But
it's not necessarily D&D related.
Whatever,
but
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's supporting it. For me, it's throwing love and support into all the work and effort that both you and Frankie are now building stuff together. That's another cool part of this last year is not only it's just another way for anything that gets me connected with loved ones. I'm all for. And what a cool thing to build and another element to grow. Something else for growth in 2022. It's really, really cool, man. I'm digging. It's the freaking Zane Morgan enterprise. Like Zane Morgan for Zane Morgan president 2024. That's where we're headed, I think, with all this. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy asked if it ships internationally. Yes, it does ship internationally.
Nice. Excellent.
Now I said we focus on Cricut. Right now, the designs we currently have in Etsy, those are through a print service, but it is a high quality print service, and so the prices are a little high, but it is minimal margin in that we're not making too much money per t-shirt, where it's not us jumping it up. But once we get demand for it, then we'll start doing the handcrafted stuff. We are going to add like mugs and that kind of stuff that we actually are going to design into the shop. But
that's cool.
The current designs in there, they are third party, but a different third party that I used for my branded material. So
wonderful. Show off that shirt there. Let's see that shirt.
Oh yeah. So one of the Christmas presents to Colin and Michael is this new logo for a t-shirt. That's our Triforce logo.
Triforce logo.
With the three of us.
Love it.
And I plan on making that available if you guys want it. So.
Yep. It's most certainly hopefully be available for you guys out there pretty soon. But I think it's an awesome design. I absolutely love it. I love that. I like the it's so shiny. I like that logo. That's pretty dope. Zane's been again something else that he's been working on here at the end of the year and was sharing with Michael and I, and we were digging it. We love that little Triforce logo. It's as one. It is the strongest. It is the strongest geometrical shape. Yes. Am I right in that? Is the
triangle?
Yeah. Is that correct, or at least it is an arc?
I mean, the pyramids are still standing.
Yeah. So. If the pyramids are still standing, it's got to be true. Although your pyramid is upside down there, so weird. Oh my goodness, so fancy. Everyone's saying swanky. Best get Pickle's credit card out. Yeah, get it. He doesn't need to know. Just buy. It's not. I'm always for the impulsive buy. I'm a terrible shopper in that sense, and I'm the greatest of consumers to all the people creating products out there. They want me all over the place, but my poor wife is like, stop it, stop spending. Anyway, speaking of, what you grabbing?
My Christmas present from you.
Oh, cool. Grab it. If you're just joining the Crazy Crafter live stream, no, I am not the ghost of Christmas past. I'm just playing around with my video settings. I'm trying to stream in true 4K in the cinematic quality, and I adjusted my lighting settings, which looked oh so sweet last week. and I did that at night, not during the daytime. So I'm kind of washed out by the sunlight that's coming in over here on the video. I threw it all on manual. Think of Luke going down the trench and then making the Death Star run, switching off his targeting computer and going by manual. He's like, nothing, I'm all right. Except I'm not quite as strong with the Force yet. So that's why I look like a blurry blue mess right now. But that's okay. I'll look like a blurry blue mess today, and then I'll get better. I'll fix it and keep making it look cooler and cooler. I think these settings will be better if I shoot a video, and when I'm shooting videos for not a live stream. The other stuff, with the way Zane's got it set up right now, is kind of like the normal setup that I have with it, but Zane for live streaming looks completely pro and slick and sassy as hell. I just look like a, like I said, Ghost of Christmas Past here. That's what I'm looking like.
I think it works for this stream.
What? Mine?
The Ghost of Christmas Past. Yeah.
The Ghost of, which was yesterday. I don't have chains. I wish I had chains. All right. What'd you get? Did you get my get? Yeah. Yes. Sent a card.
A lovely card with
Yes.
lovely sentiment and lovely Colin handwriting.
Barely. That means barely legible.
Uh,
There it is.
uh,
There it is. I shared some of it, Tina. I shared some of it. Not all of it. I have a lot of it still, but I sent him some. Oh yeah.
I love it. So it's a Styroder.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep.
And it feels completely different from XPS.
Sure does. Sure does.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Gotta send
uh,
some cool contrast paints along the way. Where's the most important one? There it is. That's the one in your right hand. That's probably
Agrax Earthshade,
Earthshade, baby.
which I had just ran out of. So
Yep.
thank you.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, my friend. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
You'll get your shirt whenever I send it out.
Please. Tis no rush. It's coming. Let's see. We're gonna have a little bit of a, so just to fill you guys in out there, Ben and his bestie next door are gonna do their gift exchange shortly after 11 o'clock, which is about 30 minutes from now. So we'll have a little bit of a shorter stream today, but we're gonna do that gift exchange. And I believe from the text that I've been receiving from my wife, they're hanging out and playing already. They haven't started playing gifts yet, but both of them are heavily into Pokemon now, and they are. I believe Pokemon trades are happening like a frenzy right now. And my aunt back in Kansas sent Ben a Pokemon, like a new book holder, because someone stole his at summer camp over the summer, and he is like missing it, and she sent him a brand new, like, it's like Pikachu, like embroidered, and it looks really cool. I'll have to post a picture of it later. Anyway, he's showing that off. They're trading Pokemon cards, all is well, and they'll lose their mind when they get to exchange their gifts here in a little bit, which will be fun.
Nice.
Great.
Now, Colin,
Yes.
tell me about your journey with this year of crazy crafting.
This is the first full year of the channel, right? And hitting the year mark was a big deal. I don't know, like, for me, I think the biggest thing for me, and one of the biggest challenges, has been, I don't know, like, the first off, let me say, I'm loving the channel, and I love all the growth that's happened, like, hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone, which is a huge benchmark, especially for, like, kind of solely a dedicated live streaming channel on a platform in which you could argue is not designed to support live streaming and live streaming content in its fullest on YouTube. But I love I feel like the crafting community is here on YouTube, and that's why I will continue to stay and remain. Plus all of you, right? It's been a blast seeing it grow and thrive because of all the work that me continuing to learn how to do stuff, the help from Zane and Michael, and the support from them, the support from all of you out there tuning in on a weekly basis, sometimes more than that. I think my biggest thing is trying to find that balance and like being okay with, man, I can't stream today. Well, that's all right. But then also finding ways to stream and adapt to getting back to work in person, right? Streaming on the go from my phone only, finding new ways to do stuff like that. There'll be more, like, I like the stream on the road. I really like those kind of like lunchtime craft sessions that I did. I only did a couple of them, but I really did enjoy those. They were really relaxing in the middle of my day, which was, that's stressful, like going from one class to another and like commuting everywhere. They really kind of broke up the day and were, if nothing else, really super relaxing for me. But I'm always trying to find a way to improve the quality and the look of them. So that's I think a big goal of mine, is how to improve stuff that's on the road, and how to make it portable. And the true way to make it portable is a brand new laptop. Oh yeah, that's my big hope and wish. So we'll see how that goes. But
it'll happen.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's the laundry list of things, like I said, that need to happen at Casa de Bresci are long, and the laptop is still alive, although it continues to get finickier and finickier as time progresses. So I do need a new. One could argue that it is essential for work as well, but for now, streaming from the phone is a great thing to do. I think I don't know, like that's kind of my hope and goal, is continue. I try to make it better every stream, and that's what I'm continuing to do. I tried today, and I kind of worked in a sense, as I think it's like a really clean picture at 4K, but when you work with the manual settings, man, your lighting is important. All that's got to be spot on, and it's not spot on, and it washed out. So, but that's okay.
It's the man and manual.
Yeah, it does put the man in me messing everything up. Is what I'm doing. But that's for me. Continue to grow and expand this community. So I'm open. If you guys have other ideas and suggestions and things that you want to see on the stream, let us know. But I think a little bit more, in addition to figuring out a little bit more regular streaming schedule, which should be a little bit easier the way I've constructed my spring workload. Tuesdays and Thursdays are completely open from teaching. There's always going to be the acting front, and things will pop up and whatnot, but that'll be able to stream a little bit more consistently and we'll go from there. But I think if there's anything that you guys out there want to see more of, let me know. Put it in the chat. Is there something that you feel that could make the community a little bit stronger? I want to try to do a little bit more hands-on stuff with some of the jigs and stuff, because we all have these awesome jigs and tools from Gerard from Shifting Lands, and like, what are some different things that I want to try to build stuff utilizing the potential for those jigs, because it's something that Gerard does every once in a while on his channel, and he will pop stuff up and like brief tutorials on how to use this stuff. But I don't know. I think I want to play around with more of utilizing some of his stuff and creating some more fun. Like, what's a fun quick build? Like, what can I build? Think like live stream. What could I live stream in 15 minutes and build
a bay
in 15
window?
Minutes? A bay window. F off. That took me 2 hours, by the way. Not 15 minutes, please. That bay window took me 2 hours. That was early on crafting and running a live stream. So those are kind of my big goals. Stream more, make it better as we go along. Ooh, that sounds lovely, Tina. Can't help but feel a little jealous. Take many. Oh, it sounds like Tina's going to Venice. Venice. That'd be fun. Favorite thing about this stream is like heading down a magical my favorite thing about this stream is it's like heading down a magical international pub. That is kind of cool, right? It does bring folks from around the globe together. It's one of my favorite things too, Carl. It's a great place for great minds within the community and the hobby to come in and share ideas, right? The whole herringbone thing. I know we joke about it, and I was like trying to like hell to figure it out, but then Carl figured out a jig. He made like a little process to create herringbone tile instantly.
Yep.
Or if you're Gerard, you just create a roller, and now you sell that roller, and you've got herringbone.
I mean, we were discussing it with a couple people the other day where, imagine this wouldn't be here years ago when you weren't connected to your phones and the internet wasn't really a thing.
True.
And, we wouldn't have this international crafter space. And, I'm thankful. As bad as technology is in some cases, there's a lot of good that it brings. I'm very thankful to have been connected with all of you. And yeah.
Yep. This is true. The technology is, I try to focus on the pro side of it, and I agree with you. Like the one thing it was able to do in the middle of global pandemic was keep people connected and find ways to connect when we couldn't connect physically, but still trying to connect as much as possible, which was absolutely crucial during that time frame. It was for me, and I think in many ways. You're 100% right, Zane. None of this is possible without all of that. Even 10 to 12, that's this is recent, like being able to do this at least at the highest quality and highest level possible. So,
right.
That's I want to segue a little bit into some stars and wishes for Zane's channel. So,
okay.
Zane, what are some things? Well, first off, I guess let's start off with this, everyone. So think about this. I'll ask Zane first, and then we'll put it out to the rest. We'll check the chat, and I'll put my 2 cents in. But Zane, what's your favorite thing that you've built on your channel this year? What are you most proud of?
I'm gonna say the obvious, the bell tower.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was my most memorable project that I put together, and it was the one that I worked the hardest towards. And there was a lot of trial and error in that, and it took a lot out of me to make it. But that's why I'm thankful for it, and I think it helped me develop as a crafter, and it helped me as a content creator to develop. I definitely look at that as a segue project into what I'm becoming now. So it helped me develop my 3D printing skills, my 3D designing skills, my wiring skills. I'm not happy with how the video turned out, because I should have been recording a lot more and that kind of stuff. I look back at the video now, I'm like, that's kind of shit. But the project itself, happy with it. I think it's a standout piece, but that'd probably be mine. I don't know if that really answers the question.
No, it does. It does. That 100% answers the question. It's probably my favorite thing I've seen built this year by any crafter. I
don't know about that.
It is. I love this. I love the fact that you've really kind of glommed onto that Victorian architecture style, and the integration of both the XPS foam and the STLs that you've created. You seamlessly, the clock tower is a pretty epic. I don't want to say culmination, because you're not done, but as far as projects that you've done this year, that's all the new skill sets that you've been working on and employing this year, in harmony, and it is the most eye-popping thing that I've seen anyone build this year. But it's not my favorite thing that you've built this year.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
My favorite thing, you guys might laugh, but I kind of like it for many reasons, and hear me out. I like your sewer STLs that you first put out. And I like the sewer STLs because I incorporated them into my build, one of my favorite builds, those towers that I built for the first D&D in-person session we had back. Or was it the second? It was the second session. But I got to integrate them into my builds, but that's also kind of that started the snowballing route of you creating the STLs and
Yeah.
Patreon, like the birth of your Patreon and what your Patreon was going to be and how it was going to benefit Patreon members. Like it was the birth of that, and and we got to integrate it. We got to also integrate it with Derek when on his sewer tile builds. Like so, that was Derek Ludwig from Pocket T Craft. Like it was just, it was tied into a bunch of happiness from that was like back in April. Holy crap, that was a while ago.
All right. I mean, that project was cool, and I have to give you credit for that because I reached out to you and I was like, hey, this is my idea. I want to create Patreon or start selling my STL sets. What would you want to purchase from that? And I think sewer was one of the suggestions. So if I'm remembering it correctly.
If I think now you're drawing. I can hardly take credit for all of that. But like I loved. It was beyond. It was beyond what I could have. What I thought like the set would include. And that was really cool. Like I think it was what, $5? It was like $5 on Etsy.
Yep.
And
I mean, technically, it's still $5 because if you join the Patreon, I think. No, it's not on there, but it will be.
It will be. It will be.
I kind of want to expand on it a little bit and
the sewer set.
Go back, and recreate
version
things.
2.0, version 2 poop. Oh, right. Oh, that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. Don't disregard. We'll edit that out. We'll edit that out.
I'm acting like you didn't say it. But my favorite build of yours has to be those cavern tower builds. That you use those STLs in. Not because you used my STLs, but I generally enjoyed that project of yours. It was, I was used to your other projects where you would like start them, not necessarily finish them. And it was your first project that I saw really that you completed, you played on, and it was appreciated. And it was just really cool. You building that on these weekday streams and stuff and having the community give you some input. And it was cool. I really am proud of you for that build. And like the Feywild build was cool, but that was my favorite one of yours.
The Feywild one was a lot of fun, but that was my favorite. It's the same. I like the tower ones too, and I think it's because, like you said, they're associated with my D&D group and like being able to play and like have that terrain, like where I will never forget our first in-person session. Like Richard was like, "Do you have any like cavern like mine?" And I was like, "I don't." And he was just like, "It's okay, we'll make do." And I was just like, "God damn, we'll make do. Fuck that. Like, we will definitely make do." And I had 2 weeks to like crank out those 4 towers. And I had been saving. That's one of my favorite things of like, what, how can I take this converted foam and like, because I was just existing. We'd gotten a new dishwasher and it was the corners of the dishwasher for the shipping and packing. And I was just like, there's something with these. And I was also proud of myself for actually using something that I saved in a build. It checked off all the boxes. That was also, it was just fun. And also, I think that's the first time I like built something truly vertical and like, connecting with Joe Levine from Encounter Terrain and being inspired by his vertical builds. Like, I was just like, oh, I get it now. I get it. That was a fun one. Feywild builds a close, that's right on the heels. Tina is saying that she really loves all your graveyard stuff. The graveyard stuff was super cool too. I did enjoy that build as well, Tina. That's a good one.
That's probably close second. I think Lisa had mentioned that was the Halloween series was her favorite series. And I mean, that for me was really fun. I did enjoy that process because it was easier for me. In that I didn't have to do voiceovers. I didn't really have to record my interactions on screen. It was more storytelling, and I thought that was a cool change for my channel. And it did really well for my channel too. And it will definitely continue in 2022. So I'm excited for that. But I mean, just as a standalone piece by itself, the graveyard is really, I think this is my first technical like board like of terrain where you could play on this and this just be a lone location. So Yeah.
It's a really good board. I like that one a lot. Robert Evans is saying that his favorite build was most memorable build for him this year was his first 40K table, 77 pieces of scatter terrain.
Yeah.
That is epic.
That's the one with the sandbags and stuff, right?
Yep. I think that's the exact very one. Yeah, that's an epic piece. I'm really excited for that one. I really like. We've got some other amazing creators on here as well, which I know most of this community is subscribed to. But Cross recently had his release of his terrain that can double as storage for his stuff, which is absolutely ridiculous and amazing. I love that. I really liked Carl's obelisk series that he did, like the Egyptian theme with. And like I like the paint job and the army that was accompanying it. Like I liked that series a lot. Carl does really good color and texture on everything that he does. Whether it's miniature painting or terrain, I really dig all the color and texture that he's able to create. That's also some of my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite new skill sets that Carl helped me acquire this year on the stream, which was using milliput or green stuff to enhance your minis and sculpting your minis. That was one of my favorite streams that we got to play around and work on this year. That dude is still, he's almost, I need to finish painting him. He's sitting behind me on the shelf over here. He's close.
The Mohawk guy?
Yeah, the Mohawk is like my favorite thing I've ever done on any mini. And that little cape, fucking cape is cool. And again, that's just, these are a few of our favorite things.
Now, what's your favorite Michael build? Because my favorite Michael build is what is it? It was the interactive one that he did of Lord of the Rings with the fog effects, the light effects.
Are you talking about Balin's Tomb?
Yes.
Balin's Tomb?
Yep.
Yeah. The one he did with Gerard, that was a good one.
Yep.
So the thing that blew me away, all those epic builds that Michael had, like Balanced Tomb, the Bridge of Cosmic Doom, the collaboration with Carl, Pickle, Elston, and Benji, that's absolutely amazing, and that's like an insane gaming board. Like I've never seen anything that crazy before. But my favorite is the Frankenstein's Lair and the collab that you guys did. That. Because you put real electricity on a board, on a piece, and all of the ST, it's a combination of the stuff. Like it's again the builds and the creativity that Michael put forth towards it. It's the STLs that you put forth and designed in it, and then the incorporation of the electricity that blew me away. So
yep.
I
think for me that one was disappointed on my end.
Yeah.
Because we had planned such a bigger project for that, and nothing against Michael. I love the project, but for me, why it's not like top tier in my thing for Michael is just because we weren't able to do what we originally set out to do. But I love how it turned out. I thought the electricity was fucking sick. I think that was the one piece that we started with and built off. At least that's what he came to me with. He's like, hey, I want to do this project with this. I was like, holy crap, sign me up.
Yep.
So
it's an amazing one. We still have the Fights on Foam one that we haven't told anyone about, Zane, for us.
Yeah.
I have not forgotten about it, and I want to do it sometime.
It's definitely more in my wheelhouse now. So.
It is, and I have the base for it already. Like I've got the perfect thing, much like packaging that I use for the towers for the mining thing. I have the base for what it is already. I have it. Yeah. So I don't want to say what it is. You guys are gonna have to await with bated breath as Zane and I we'll work on that, but that'll be I won't do that on a stream. I'm not doing it on anything. That's just going to be a collaboration video that Zane and I do. And we'll do that. I'd like to do that. That's a goal for 6 months of the channel, which I think is totally doable. But I know we'll have to chat in greater detail about when we'll be able to make that happen. But that'll be it's just one where Zane knows like it's gonna be like it'll force me to incorporate elements that I have not incorporated into my terrain as extensively as I have. So something like
can't wait for your Tesla coil.
I mean, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be a Tesla coil, but like it'll be kind of like my balance tomb, where it's got lights, it's got effects, it's got a lot of different stuff, and I'm gonna want to take my time on this one, because it's like I will say this, I think I mentioned it's part of the Fights on Foam. It's part of the Fights on Foam series.
Oh,
and,
diorama.
Yeah, diorama, and I want to bring that back too. I'm excited to do a little bit more diorama making, and they don't have to be as epic. Like it'd be kind of cool. I liked the short form diorama format, and we've done that on the stream where we're like, hey, make a diorama in 2 hours. Folks are saying like they liked that Halloween diorama we did with Oliver when he came on. They liked that. They said that was fun.
Dioramas are definitely a new addition for me. I didn't really understand them until I had my big crafting block, and it really helped me just focus on something simple and live in that little world for that moment and just get it done. And I really appreciate dioramas now. Like back when I was new to crafting and I was watching all these crafter videos, whenever people would do diorama videos, it was actually like a turn off for me. And I was like, I don't care about what you care about in what you're creating. But I get it now, because it gets you to focus on something different and kind of resets your mind.
Yep. I think there's no better. I'm seeing you crafting there, Zane, and I'm like, I want to craft a little bit.
I'm just painting.
I really think that there's no better skill set to improve your crafting and terrain making than making a diorama, because it forces you, right? It forces you to incorporate everything and then some for your build. Like it just pushes you and challenges you in ways that make you I learn something new whenever I make a diorama. That's kind of how it got me down into the crafting rabbit hole, was making those dioramas for all my whole D&D group. All that stuff was a big deal, and I think, I don't know, they're epic, and they're a lot of fun to make. They're fun to make too. Like
they are.
The Kill Bill one I have, the Duelist diorama, where that kind of like spawned, like went me down, like how do I make me being unhappy and not satisfied with the proportions of swords from Hero Forge. So I was like, I'm gonna make my own rapiers and figure out how to make my own rapiers. Oh yeah, like it's crazy. That's also one of my favorite things. Amy getting like inspired and like making her own like tiny miniature swords. Those are freaking amazing and dope. Like there's a lot of really cool stuff that's happened as a result of this community, and it's amazing. Let's see. Balance 2. Robert's saying I need that milliput video, Crazy Crafter, and at Carl. It's the stream is up there. You can find the stream, but I'm pretty sure Carl has a video if you haven't seen it. Oh, there's your sword. Nice. I'm seeing it delayed there on the stream. I missed it because I'm looking at the chat.
That was Amy's sword.
The Amy sword. I think you, Carl, correct us if you're wrong. I think you have a milliput video up there that you should 100% check out. But it goes into some really good detail about how to use it and sculpt with it your minis. It'll blow your mind and change your minds. You'll start kit bashing and modifying all of your stuff, which you should do. Like, it's a ton of fun. Karas is saying he adores all of the builds. He's like he's saying we're so impressive, and that he's motivated. Well, again, that's the way it's supposed to be fueled, man. Like the inspiration. Like I was just thinking the other day, Karas, I was like, how to like maximize storage, because again, my garage is still a giant mess. It's a work in progress. I'm slowly knocking little bits of it out, but I'm like, what like I was thinking about storage the other day, and then here you come along with this awesome idea of not only having terrain for the games, but a way to store stuff for your tabletop role playing games. It's like it's just
Right.
it's again it's what the channel's designed for. It's designed for a one stop shop for a source of inspiration for everyone. Um, I have a question for everyone out there in the chat, and for Zane. Who do you want to see as a guest on the Crazy Crafter live stream coming up in 2022?
Neil, real terrain hobby.
Yep, I'm working on that. Who else? I know. I knew who Zane's answer was gonna be. I'd say that. I knew he was like Neil from Real Terrain Hobbies. But, dude, he's.
I'm a slight fanboy for him.
Yeah,
so.
Me too.
How you were for Bill, it will be me for Neil.
It will be for Neil. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. Who do you think Michael's would be? I wonder what Michael. Dang, we'll have to ask Mike. We don't want to speak for him, but
Nerd Forge. I don't know.
Nerd Forge. Dude,
I don't know.
Nerd Forge would be great. It'd be great to get Nerd Forge on here. Who else? Who else would you guys like to see on here?
Not to take away from this, but just side note for everyone, I've been seeing in the chat people saying they want a community build. So if you know, you know, but so this month or January, we will be hosting the Tabletop Crafters Guild build. So if you guys want a guild build, check that out. It's for Bridge Ambush, and make it whatever you want within Bridge Ambush. Carl made a really cool portal for that.
Yeah.
Sonder was making a mimic drawbridge kind of thing, which was awesome. And submit to that. You just have to be part of the Tabletop Crafters Guild on Facebook, and then you'll be part of that. So.
Yep. That would be a perfect. That's a perfect reminder for everyone. Definitely participate in that. We'll be gathering on the live stream, not unlike many other weekend live streams where we've featured your builds, and that's something else I want to get back into a lot more that I have definitely neglected, which is the folks and all the work that you're putting forth in the Crazy Crafter Discord and that community there, because not everyone has access to that. Not everyone sees it, and finding a way to feature that, whether it's like a monthly thing where we sit down and just have a stream dedicated to going back and reviewing, because if I could easily fill, oh my goodness, like I could easily do a monthly one where I go back and like reviewing the footage and all the works in progress for you guys would be super cool. But yeah, you'll have to let us know. Is there anyone else that you're thinking? Scott from Miniac, Robert is saying that'd be cool. Scott, see if we can get Scott from Miniac. I love Miniac's channel. I love having all of our older guests that we've had on too. Elston, the Pickle Jar, Benji. Like more mini painting is something I want to do on the channel. You're gonna see a lot me doing a lot more of that because the Army Speed Painter series is coming out, and I'm definitely going to be going down that rabbit hole. The only person to blame for this is Josh from the Pickle Jar, saying like, giving me that green light of permission. He's like, contrast paints are amazing, and you can totally speed paint with them, and you should. And I was just like, oh, I can. It's okay. Like, I don't know why I needed that permission, like, because I felt like it was cheating. There's no such thing in this hobby. It's like, what do you enjoy doing? And I really enjoy contrast paints. And as a testament that the Secret Santa we did with Benji, which was a ton of fun, and Michael getting me that giant Gorma, that thing's contrast paint. I look at that thing every day now, and I'm like, I love that freaking mini, and it's because I was able to paint that in hours, less than hours, and like, contrast paints are the shiznit. Gert from Dark Matter Workshop. Yep, Gert is another one. Henry Cavill Crafts. We're trying to get Henry Cavill on here. That would be amazing. We wouldn't talk about anything other than all the amazing fighting that he does in The Witcher, which, by the way, season 2 is amazing. I love the Witcher series.
I am on
Mel,
it
the
currently.
Terrain Tutor. I want to get. I've reached out to Mel. We've tried. I know he was fighting a bout of health, and he's been battling some health stuff, but he's trying to get back into the game. I'd love to get Mel on here.
Yep.
You can submit pics up to during the stream. That's right. That's a great reminder, Carl. You can submit them during January 8th. On January 8th, 10 a.m., Pacific Standard Time. We're going to go live, Michael, Zane, and I, and then also John Lombardi from Tabletop Witchcraft will be there, and we're going to review all the bridge builds. So far, I think only 3 submissions have been in there. I would love to see more. I'm going to try to get Ben to build one here this next week. I'm going to work on one. I just started mine right here. Check this out, y'all. These are the leftover offcuts from the freehand spires that I did on the cathedral build last week with Gerard, and I've started my bridge build, my bridge ambush here. So I'm gonna make those happen. Yeah, you guys definitely make sure you participate in the guild build. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and it'll be great. Like I'm excited to see. I have a small idea and like a small surprise. I don't know if I'll do it to all of us or just do it to John. I have an idea for that stream, and I kind of want to have some fun with everyone on that stream. So I don't know if I'll say it yet, but just know, Zane, it wouldn't be a Crazy Crafter stream without something crazy happening. So
I'd be disappointed if there wasn't.
Yep. So we'll have some fun with that. In addition to, but again, it's going to be featuring everyone's builds. So make sure you guys participate. You say that like it's a bad thing. Crazy Crafter, you want more pictures of the guild build? I need help making a selection of my build. Oh, you just build. Sonder, build. You are an amazing crafter. You go with it. Whatever your gut says, you follow it, man. You build away. Still working on mine. It's kind of a disaster, but it's mine. Whatever, Lisa. It is your build. That's right. Doesn't matter what it's like. Oh my goodness.
I saw your skull box thing that you were creating for Christmas. I think you're fine, Lisa.
I think you're fine too. I agree. Yeah.
I haven't created anything. I've been kind of swaying on some ideas, but I don't know. I'm focusing on other things right now, and it probably won't happen. But I mean, my bridge is one of my big pieces already, so I don't really think I want to make another one.
No, I made a bridge. But I think you should. You should take that. It's something that you've made previously. It doesn't say you have to have built it specifically for December. Take that resin thing that you built and throw a bunch of... You know what you can do? You could paint some minis up. You could paint some miniatures up. If you only had some contrast paints handy available to you that were like, sent to you recently, you might be able to paint those up pretty quickly.
Shameless.
Weird. That might be kind of fun. We'll have to come on. We'll do that. I also want to do more. I know John Lombardi does it. I think I'm gonna do that for my Patreon this year. You're talking about different stuff, because I don't want to make people pay to have access to the Discord. But I may do individual ones where I may include it with my Patreon where it's like a weekly meetup, where a weekly meetup where we get to hobby and hang out, because I just like doing that in general. So we'll have to do that. Right. All that to say, Zane, if you want to paint some minis and hobby and hang out, you just need to let me know. Let me know, bro.
I mean, my life has changed in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Because I went back to work full time. So that's another reason why my crafting has slowed down a bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm free Friday through Sunday usually. So.
All right, Friday through Sunday. We'll have to paint some minis. I think you should 100% submit your bridge that you've already built, because that thing is dope.
I mean, I've thought about creating a smaller version of it.
Yeah.
And going that route, but
you already have it. Just submit it and show.
But how I have it right now, it connects to the building, so the one half of it isn't really finished.
Oh. Well, time to finish it.
It magnetizes to the other side of the building.
Yeah, it just sounds like you have to build the other half, or attach it to an entrance of a stone cave or something. Still be a bridge ambush, and it exits out. It's like the exit to a secret back exit of this area where the party can escape from. So you create another modular piece for it to connect to. That'd be kind of fun.
That's an idea.
That's kind of fun.
That's an idea.
That's an idea. Anyway, we're chock full of those here on this stream. Look at that's looking good. I like that. The gondola.
I love dry brushing.
Dry brushing is the shiznit. It's very.
Especially when doing wood textures.
What about featuring a build posted on Discord and the creator talking about how they did it? Oh, I love that. That's a great idea, Lisa. Having, I wonder if we could do that. That's kind of a fun thing where we pick. I mean, not unlike, I don't know. So how does that work? Do we do featuring a build post on Discord from a creator talking about how they did it? Is it something that we all vote on? Or I don't want to turn it into a competition because I like the inclusiveness of it. Maybe we just, I can reach out, or if you want it featured, dude, do that. Just say, hey, I built this thing. I'd love to come on the stream and talk about it. Done. Like it's completely accessible. If you guys want to come on and chat about any of your builds anytime, all you have to do is let me know. I will set up a dedicated stream for that. Like, I'm happy to do that because that's valuable information. And I guarantee you there's something from that process and that build that other people are going to take away from and incorporate into their skill set in the hobby because of your project. That's just the way it works. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Featuring and you can still submit them for the guild build. Just use them in ambush scene. Yeah. Like, you could just pull stuff at random from the Works in Progress channel. Yeah, I could do that too. I could just pull it randomly. I like that. I like all of that. I still like reaching out. What I haven't done in the longest time now is just reaching out to random folks on the Tabletop Crafters Guild. Just like that's how this whole thing started. So that's how we hooked our claws into our dear friend Zane, and so many others.
Oh, no.
What'd you say?
I said, help.
Help.
Wasabi.
Yeah. There's a ton of really good ideas. And again, as always, y'all, if you have any questions or you have really good ideas, it really helps. Send them to Crazy Crafter Channel 1983 at gmail.com. Send them to my email. Forward some ideas and suggestions there. If you want to set up and chat about it, it's good. Folks are reaching out, or DM me on Facebook, right? You can do that too. You can find us on Instagram, which, by the way, if you haven't done so, please, if you don't follow Zane Morgan, Not One Videos, and Crazy Crafter Livestream on Instagram, please head on over. Make sure you follow us over there to stay tuned.
I'm pretty active there.
And connective. Yeah, Zane's super active and runs a fantastic Instagram.
Thank you.
But we're all there, and we can find us over there. It's just another way to reach out and connect with us and see what the heck we've got going on. Crazy Crafter featuring folks from the guild is awesome, especially the ones with no YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of the birth. That is the cornerstone and the foundation of this channel, huh, Carl? And I don't want to say I've lost that, but I kind of want to go back and do more of that. I want to do more of it.
I didn't have a channel when I came on.
I know. People who post builds that are comfortable coming on can put a tag on their build, and then you can randomly select they're tagged. Yep, that's another way to do it. I like all these ideas. These are great. Like people who put the tag on it, right? Make a tag for it.
Yep.
Hashtag FoamFam feature or something. I don't know. Hashtag foam. What should we tag it with? What should the tag be? What should we hashtag that? Foam family build. Foam fam.
Who's daddy? Who's the baby daddy? No.
Who's the baby daddy? Oh my goodness.
I'm thinking.
Oh my goodness. We're getting.
Maury.
This is how we know we've made it, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting spammed by our dreams online. Look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Niga
Mona.
Yeah, Niga Mona Mama. We're so excited to find our dreams online. Hashtag tentacles.
There you go.
Indeed. Maybe hashtag tentacles is the tag. Hashtag tentacles is the tag. I think it probably just should be hashtag tentacles because if you know, you know. Spam Cross says indeed. All right.
You know you've made it.
This has been a fantastic year hanging out with all of you and growing this community. It's been a fantastic year of growing not only Nat One Videos, Zane's channel, but everyone else who's been creating content on this channel or an association with this channel has come on and been a guest. It's been super rad year. I'd love to have some folks that we haven't had on in for forever to get back on there. I'd love to reach out to some folks in the Tabletop Crafters Guild to get them on here. Who knows? I'm hoping that this January 8th Guild Build Challenge will maybe kind of spark and light that fire for some crafters within the community. Maybe we can get them associated and excited to come on the stream. Like the idea, my guest appearance was nothing else. In fact, your guest appearance was nothing else. In fact, that was a really fun stream too. That monster, the list goes on. Like that's another project that I started on the stream, but that I got to finish. I'm enjoying finishing projects. I need to do more of that. I still have this giant cathedral here that I need to do. I've got a bunch of ideas to do with that. I want to maintain its modularity, but also make it look more like a cathedral. So I got to do that too.
Cathedral.
All that to say, definitely excited to see what 22 has in store for the Crazy Crafter channel, Zane Morgan Crafts, Now Moon Videos, all of you guys out there in the Foam family. Very, very excited for the new year. Very excited for another year of amazing growth, and who knows what will happen in another year from now. It was absolutely amazing. We got Tina on the stream as well multiple times.
Times.
So much fun.
She even hosted.
She hosted. Oh my goodness. We've got more that lies in store for 2022. Zane, thank you so much for all of your support on this channel and everything else. It's absolutely amazing having you be a part of the stream, and we are very, very lucky to have you be a part of it. So thanks, man.
Likewise, buddy.
Yep. All right, y'all. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, love you, everybody watching, and everyone part of the community. You guys make the show. So
sure do. Thank you all so much for the love and support. We look forward to hanging out with you in 2022. I'm gonna see if I can stream this week. I think I'm gonna have a kiddo at home still, so maybe he's here in the garage streaming with me and crafting his own thing. Maybe we work on our guild builds this week. Maybe he's building a bridge this week alongside with me. I think he'll have some fun streaming. He has a brand new set of headphones that he got that are like Mandalorian themed headphones that he could plug in and listen to. He could. I'm sure he'll love wearing those out here and hanging out with everyone. So maybe Ben and I come out here and do a little bit of bridge building this week. That'd be fun. So stay tuned for that. I still also have another video. I didn't get to it this week because we had Ben at home and we hadn't planned on having Ben at home, and I was going to try to make another video. I'm going to still try to make that video this week. That's about, I guess it'll be crap. I forgot to get something for someone for Christmas. Well, I have to make them like a quick gift. And I'll do that video. I'm trying to do that little quick video this week as well, using some shifting land jigs. So that'll be fun. But stay tuned. Next weekend, it'll be the stream of the new year. First stream of the new year. Don't have a guest lined up just yet. So we'll see what that entails. I'm open, and I'll see Dane, Michael, and I will see who we can rope into coming in and hanging out with us next weekend. But we're looking forward to that. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure, if you haven't done so, you can find the links to everyone's Patreon, Instagram, ways to support the channel down here below for both Nat1 videos, Zane Morgan Crafts, and the Crazy Crafter Livestream. You can find links to Teespring for merchandise for all of us down there, as well as our Patreons. The best way to support the channels. And of course, if you haven't, be sure you like, share, and subscribe. This stream right here. Make sure you're subscribed
leave a
to
comment.
Our channels and leave a comment. Yes. My moderator is reminding me so lovingly that comments in the streams afterwards are super helpful, not only to YouTube and the algorithm to help push this content out there and reach other fellow crafters such as yourself. So
if you guys have a favorite part of the show, your favorite builds, anything like that, post that in the comments below, please. Yep. Thank you. It really does help.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference. And stay tuned. Hopefully, maybe this week I don't look like the Ghost of Christmas Past, and I'm able to actually figure out my video settings in the actual light that I'm streaming in. So who knows? It's always an adventure for us here. All right, everyone. We love you lots. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys later this week. Until then, Zane Morgan, what do they have to be sure to do?
Like, comment, subscribe.
I tried to set it up without telling him.
Wait. Craft your passion daily.
There we are, and you gotta give the rock.
I got it.
He's got it. He got it. It was an alley oop. Sometimes you miss the alley oop.
I'm blonde.
I am too. It's two blondes on a stream. What could go wrong? Hashtag tentacles. All right, here we go. That's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. Cheers. Be well, and we'll catch you in the new year. Later.
Bye.
Bye. Ooh, that was fun. Just so you know, your voice is still going. We're still broadcasting it. They're just looking at the outro thing right now. I'm trying something new. We can do like, you know how sometimes they fade out on shows? We're gonna do that. We're getting fancy. We're gonna do that fade out thing.
Hey guys, love you. Bye.
All right, everyone. Take care.